Good morning. Yeah, sorry, not to change the room. I like this room, it's okay, it's difficult to get into, difficult to get out of. To begin today, a warm-up exercise. You need to be in groups of 3. Ideally, groups of 3. A group of 2 is okay, 4 is okay, 1 is not okay, 5 is not okay. A group of 3 would be perfect. You've done this kind of exercise here before. So, how does this going to work? I guess you're a group of 3. Well, you're a group of 2. Would you mind if I had you over here? Thank you. So I guess you're a group of 3? They're still coming in, aren't they? Okay, I'll come around and work out the groups again in a moment. That's fine, yeah, of course. Now I'll come around again and work out the groups. You should be comfortably. Right, I need you in groups of 3, please. So you guys at the back, I guess you're a group of 3. I guess you're a group of 4. I guess you're a group of 4. What are you going to be? You're going to be 4. Okay, are you going to join with these ladies maybe? Or? Well, she's going to see you here. Okay, let's see if you're right. You can be a group of 3. I guess you're a group of 3. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Well, that looks nicely. I will tell you whether you're student A or student B. So A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, B. Silence, please. A, B, B, A, B, B. So you're before now. Okay, right. A, B, B, B. Okay, A, B, B, B will be A2. A, B, B. You have done this kind of exercise with me once before. On a board, outside the room, there's a piece of text. If you're student A, you need to come outside with me, read what's on the board. Remember it, come back in, tell to students B, write down what you tell them. Student A is not allowed to use a telephone. No taking pictures of the board. Student A is not allowed to write anything down. Student A will need to go and come back many times. Yeah. Good, you're here. Yes, you have to join a group. Yes, okay, A and B. Right, if you're student A, could you please get up now and come with me? You have that before. You need to make your text exactly the same as the text on the board outside. Exactly the same. Right, it's not a sentence, it's a definition. It's not a sentence, it's a definition. There's no capital letter at the beginning, there's no full stop at the end. It's not a When you finish, tell me, but make sure your text has correct spelling, correct grammar. Tell me when you think you've finished. Your text needs to be exactly the same as the one on the board outside. That was board A. On board A, there's a definition. It's something that some accountants do. It's a function of accountants. Do you know what is this a definition of? That was the text. Accountant, not accounting. Debts, plural and S. Liabilities, plural. Assets, plural. This was board A. Anybody, what is this a definition of? It's a function that some accountants do, a job some accountants do. It's a subject area. Well, do you know the word solvent? Solvent is an adjective. What does it mean? Well, a business which is solvent is able to pay its debts. A solvent business has cash available to pay its suppliers, to pay its employees. Solvent means able to pay its debts when the debts are due for payment. Able to pay debts, having enough cash to pay when the debts are due for payment. Solvent. So what about the opposite? Opposite of solvent? I'm sure you've heard of this. Unsolvent, good idea, not quite. Instead of a U at the beginning, it's an I at the beginning. Insolvent. Insolvent means unable. Unable to pay debts when the debts are due for payment. Able to pay, having cash, solvent. Unable to pay, not having cash, insolvent. I'm just going to get a ditto. No, that's all right. So, if insolvent is the adjective, what's the noun? Solvent. Well, dysfunction. The text is a definition of insolvency. Insolvency is the subject of, well, acting for persons or companies that are no longer able to pay their debts, or for companies where the liabilities are more than the assets. Insolvency. I'm afraid there's more. Can you choose another student A, a different student A in the group? Someone who was not student A last time? Oh, I'm just pretty sure. I'm just yeah, it's just been George Hogan. Be careful with the apostrophe S endings on words. It depends on how the word is being used, but performance is usually uncountable. Can be countable if you're talking about performances of a play, for example. One performance on Monday, one performance on Tuesday, two performances. Yeah, there's some problems. One more minute. Okay. One of the words is spelled differently. This is correct as well. One spelling you might spell differently. Your computer might tell you that I spelled it wrong. I haven't spelled it wrong, so I'll explain. Organisation. Yeah, the word organisation. Organisation in America is spelled with a Z. In Britain, you can use a Z or an S. Z is correct, S is correct as well. Here is the original text. Organisation spelled with a Z is correct. In Britain, in my country, organisation spelled with an S is also correct. Americans just spell organisation with a Z. In Britain, you can spell it either way. They're both correct. Alright, there's one more. It's a very short one, this last one. Anybody who's not yet been student A? With student A this time? This is a short one, it's the last one. Please, new students A, come with me. Oh, I forgot to ask you. What about this function? What definition is this? Checking an organisation's activities or performance, or examining a person's or organisation's accounts to make sure they're true and honest. Yeah, it's auditing. This is the definition of auditing. That was board B. The last one, board C. I'm not going to come around and check. Whether company's financial records are officially checked because illegal activity is suspected. This one is difficult. Well, it is FA, but it's not financial accounting. No, it's not tax. The clue here is illegal activities. FA. The F is a word that means using science against crime. Using science to fight crime. The F word means using science to fight crime. Using science against crime. If you ever watch crime shows or crime films, you might have heard this word. Well, that's the F, using science against crime. Forensic means using science against crime. This is a definition of forensic accounting or forensic auditing. Insolvency, auditing and forensic accounting are three jobs, three functions that accountants do. This is an English word. It looks like the Spanish word for number 2. How would you pronounce this word in English? To give advice. Used to give advice. Do's. To give advice. Do's. And the opposite? Don'ts. Do's and don'ts. Do's are things that you should do. Yeah. Things that you should do are do's. So of course don'ts. Don'ts are things that you shouldn't do. Do's, things that you should do. Don'ts are things that you should not do. In advice. In your study text, on page 18, there's some advice about writing a cover letter. A cover letter to send with a job application, to send with a CV or resume to an employer. On page 18. Exercise 1. There is there. On page 18 of your textbook, exercise 1 at the top. In small groups, you can work as a pair if you like. There's a list of advice. You need to decide which of these are do's and which of them are don'ts. So, what about the first one? Start your letter. Dear Sir or Madam. Do you think so? That's interesting. Okay. Write a formal introduction in the first paragraph. Ask directly for an interview. You'll be surprised at the answers. Write at least 400 words. The more information you give, the better. It's a lot, 400 words for a cover letter. Use sophisticated language to make a good impression. What's sophisticated? Advanced, complicated, high level, advanced, sophisticated. Follow the AIDA, you can pronounce AIDA. AIDA. AIDA is the name of an opera. Yeah, an opera. Follow the AIDA model used in advertising. Yes, my phone's on silent. The AIDA model. The A for attention. The I for interest. The D for desire. And the last A for action. AIDA. AIDA. Advertisements are often based around this model. Get the customer's attention, provoke interest, inspire desire, and then request action. Please have a look on page 121. There's some more specific advice. I think you'll be surprised about some of it. It's on the page, 121 in the textbook, not on the computer. In the don'ts column on the right, leave his hair alone. In the don'ts column on the right, don't start your letter, dear sir or madam. If you've ever received a letter addressed to dear sir or madam, well, it doesn't feel good. It feels very impersonal. The person writing to you, they don't even know if you're male or female. It's much better to find out the name of the person you're writing to, address the letter personally by name. Don't write a formal introduction in the first paragraph. Write something that will grab the employer's attention, make them listen to what you're saying. Don't write as many as 400 words. Never write more than one page for a cover letter. Don't use sophisticated, high-level language. Use simple, basic English, uncomplicated sentences. Eliminate, take out all unnecessary words. That's good advice for all writing. Reviewer writing, take out anything that really doesn't need to be there. Do ask directly for an interview, and do follow the I-BC model used in advertising. Get the reader's attention, that's the A. Give details of your accomplishments to make the employer interested, I for interest. Show the company why they would benefit from hiring you, make them want to hire you. I can hear that. Number 3 is about D, creating desire. And of course, number 4, request action. A again. A-I-D-A. AIDA. 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 Back on page 18. 18. Back on page 18. There's a letter. The letter has some missing words. Who is the letter from? Yeah, I've never seen this name before. K-I-A-R-A. Kiara? I like the way you said the question, saying Kiara. Well, I don't know, I've never seen the name before. It looks like Kiara to me. The letter is from Kiara Pointer. Who is the letter to? Yeah, Mr. Crouch. Mr. Crouch. Mr. Crouch. Oh, how do you say crouching command? What? Crouch. No. No, I mean, to crouch, I don't have to crouch anymore, after all. To crouch means to make yourself small, to sit down like this. Mr. Crouch. I'm kind of crouching now. Anne, thank you. Anne, crouch. I'm crouching now. This is what crouching is. It's a verb in English, to crouch. Look it up. It's so easy to look up. His name. There is a verb in English, to crouch. It's good, yeah. I want to ask you 2 questions about the letter. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to read it. What job would Kiara Pointer like, and how confident is she? You might want to write those down. What job would Kiara Pointer like? How confident is she? What job would Kiara Pointer like? How confident is she? I'm going to give you just 1 minute. Please read quickly through the letter. Find the answer. What job would Kiara like? How confident do you think she is? Please read through quickly this time. So, what job would Kiara like? Sales manager? Sales manager for Europe? European sales manager? For which company? Starfield nightclubs. Do you think she's confident about getting the job?
Yes.
I think so too. She talks about her past achievements, her experience, her qualifications. She talks about what she thinks she can do to help Starfield nightclubs. Yeah, I agree. I think she's very confident.
Yes.
Above the letter, there's a box. A box with some action verbs. 10 verbs that describe actions. Please read through the letter one more time. This time, which verb from the box, which verb to complete each gap. I think number 1 is really quite difficult. But number 5. Number 5, well, it's a verb, something you can do with staff. Yeah, number 5, trained. Trained. Trained sales staff. I'll give you a bit longer this time. Please read once again through the letter. Decide which verb is needed to complete each gap. Oh yeah, optimize. Optimize. Well yeah, okay, but to maximize means to make as large as possible. What about to make as small as possible? To minimize. To optimize. To optimize means to make as good as possible. To make the best possible. An optimist is somebody who thinks about good points, who thinks good things will happen in the future. Optimize, to make the best possible, to make as good as possible. Dear Mr. Crouch, having objectives, you can't really double I suppose if you doubled your objectives, you would have twice as many objectives. To double means to increase by 100%. to have twice as many. Double is not the best word now. If you go beyond your objectives, if you do more than your objectives, exceeded. Having exceeded objectives and sales records, broken, you can break a record. If you have more sales than any previous period, you've broken the sales record. Having exceeded objectives and broken sales records in all my previous positions, and recently, obtained, got. Got would work, but it's not one of the verbs in a box. Obtained, to obtain means to get. And recently obtained my MBA in marketing at Warwick University. I feel I'm an ideal candidate for the position of European Sales Manager at Starford Nightclubs. In my last job as Senior Sales Representative for Roxy Entertainment, I developed, new products are developed. I developed new products for teenage customers, trained sales staff, and modernised. A system can be modernised. Oh, I'm sorry, it's terrible. In London, public transport, we have trains that run under the ground. The train system under the ground in London is getting very old. Some of it is 150 years old. Now they're trying to make it new again. They're modernising the underground system. It's a system of underground railways. Makes it very quick to travel around the city. Modernise the membership management system. Over a 2-year period, I more than doubled fits. Gap 7. I made a 100% increase. I made twice as large as before. I doubled average revenues per venue. Another word that means the same as revenue? Income. Income means the same as revenue. Revenue. What usually is uncountable, here they put it as a plural noun. Revenues are also known as, mean the same as income. Same meaning. Nightclubs are a highly competitive sector of the entertainment industry, and I'm certain I have the skills to capture. Capture means the same as catch. To capture market share. To capture market share and optimise Starfield's profitability. I will be happy to present my ideas in more detail at interview, and I will call you early next week to arrange a meeting. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me before then. Thank you for your time and consideration. Yours sincerely, Kiara Pointer. Yours sincerely, if you're writing to a named person. What about if you're writing to Dear Sir or Dear Madam? Yours faithfully. And in Britain, for formal letters, that's all. Yours sincerely, if you write Dear Douglas, for example. If you write Dear Sir, then yours faithfully. If you know the person well, if it's an informal letter, you might finish with kind regards or best wishes. Yeah, I don't like it either. Yours sincerely and yours faithfully, what I always use. For the sign-off. Exercise 3. Remembering the AIDA model. Use in advertising, attention, interest, desire, action. Please, look back to the letter. The letter has 4 paragraphs. One of those paragraphs requests action. Which paragraph requests action? 1, 2, 3 or 4? It's the last one, number 4. Chiara asks Mr. Crouch if he has any questions to contact her. Chiara suggests they have an interview. Number 4, the last paragraph. That's the one which requests action. Now, the AIDA model, attention, interest, desire, action. Well, here's the attention one. Here's the action one. What about give details of the applicant's accomplishments? Is that interest or desire, do you think? I agree. To make the company interested in Chiara, she gives details of her accomplishments, achievements. The second is about interest, and yet it's paragraph number 2. Get the reader's attention. Paragraph number 1. So we've used 4, we've used 2, we've used 1. Number 3 must be relate the applicant to the company, showing why the company should hire her. In the AIDA model, which word is that? In the AIDA model, which word for the last one? Desire. Making the company want to hire her, telling the company what benefits she can bring. Action. Interest. The last one is for desire and then attention. AIDA. Action. Sorry. Attention, thank you, yes. I'm distracted this morning. I was talking to my son. Attention. Interest. Desire. Action. AIDA. On the next page, at the top of page 19, actually no need to look there yet. I've made this one into a paper-based exercise. On this page, there are some sentence beginnings. You're welcome. Please write endings to these sentences. How would you complete these sentences? What you write does not have to be true, but it should be grammatically correct, spelled correctly, and have proper punctuation. Please take a moment to read through these sentence beginnings. Your answers do not have to be true. No, they do not have to be true. Your answers do not have to be true. Generally in life, all the truth. So, this is about you, first of all. Yeah, how did you put it? I want you to think about the grammar and the words you would need to complete these sentences. Outgoing in sentence 1. My outgoing personality. I'm not really very outgoing. An outgoing person talks a lot when they meet new people. Outgoing people are usually quite loud, talk to many different people in a loud voice. I'm not really outgoing. Do you know Patrick?
Yeah.
My friend Patrick. He is outgoing. He's outgoing. He talks loudly to people. This is not really true of me. Well, I hope not. But I would say about Patrick, if I was Patrick's outgoing personality makes him annoying. I like Patrick a lot, but he does talk and talk and talk and talk. Think of a way, please, to finish each sentence for yourself. Doesn't have to be true, but the grammar needs to be correct. Good spelling, proper punctuation, please. This is one possible example. I don't care if your sentences are true or not, but they need to have good grammar, punctuation and spelling. I will come around and look at what you're doing. Okay. That's fine. How I see you doing that. As long as your sentence makes sense, the grammar's good, it does not have to be correct, it does not have to be true. Yeah, I'm not asking you to text me, give me your own ideas, please. In number 5 says, I supported myself. To support yourself means to earn money to pay for your own living. Please excuse my terrible command, but Jim Clun is to support yourself. Oh, in number 3, served as some kind of job or position. For example, it could be something at CAMED, if you're in a society, if you have any function that you do in the CAMED student government, in the debating society, in the audit club. For example, I served as branch manager of the ACE Kompong Cham School in 1996, before you were born. I served as an auditor at an accounting firm in London. It doesn't have to be true. What you write does not need to be true. I think number 6 is a little bit inappropriate for you. Bartending. Bartending means selling drinks in a bar. I have never been a bartender. I've never done that job. I've had many jobs, but I've never done bartending. I have friends, very good friends, who are bartenders. I think it's quite a boring job, mostly, but you do get to meet lots of different people. In number 7, to embark on, to begin, or to start. You can embark on a new job, embark on a new course of study, you can embark on a journey to embark on, to start or begin. That's the one I just mentioned, bartending. It means working in a bar, selling drinks in a bar. It doesn't have such a bad meaning in England. Okay, I'll look at attended. Does that sound right? So, did you teach just one part-time student in some? So this is the first time you mentioned it. Not socialising. Socialise. Make, and then the main verb is the infinitive without to. Make someone go. Make someone eat. It's different. Here, you're using a verb. I've used an adjective. Annoying. Great. Oh, there's no time for blind dates. So yeah, the mother of one of my friends had a friend arriving in Hong Kong. Just it's very strange. So old. No, I don't really. Sorry? Okay, well you can. Lucky you. You can make something up. Okay. You're not really supporting yourself. That's pretty good in the way. Skills to embark on a career in accounting. Skills to embark on a motorbike trip to prepare here for it. And skills to embark on sorry, yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't get to see you personally. Although I like this room, it's difficult to get to all the students. Back in the textbook, now on page 19. Exercise 4, at the top of page 19. Here are the sentence beginnings. Here are some sentence endings. Which begin with which ending? Again, I think these are not easy. I think number 1 is particularly difficult. Number 2 says, I recently graduated from the University of Oregon. What is Oregon? State. A state in the United States of America. How many states are there? 50. Good. Yeah. Exactly 50. Well, if you count Britain as another state of America, which people joke about, they call Britain the 51st state. We used to be an empire, now we're just Donald Trump's dog. Anyway. No, there were 50 states. There were 48, and then Hawaii and Alaska joined. It's 50. Yeah, please. In a moment, the LSC is to come and ask you to do an evaluation. But in the meantime, no, not here yet. We're here. Any minute now. Which beginning, please, with which ending? Okay, all right, let's go straight through. I served as president of the Debating Society. I attended school in Michigan, Arizona, and Oregon. Michigan is a state, Arizona is a state, Oregon is a state. Michigan is also a lake. In the Great Lakes, yeah, Lake Michigan. Yes. I supported myself. Yes. That's it. Worked in radio, advertising, sales. When I was at university, I supported myself working in a 7-Eleven shop, a 24-hour mart. If you travel outside Cambodia, you might have seen 7-Eleven shops. Not when the university was studying, but in the holidays, I used to work there. I used to work from 10 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning. That's all right. Jobs such as bartending enhanced. I had the skills to embark on a career in insurance brokering. A broker is a person who buys and sells something. A stockbroker buys and sells stocks and shares in companies. An insurance broker buys and sells insurance. I would very much like to talk with you. I'm distracting myself now. I would very much like to talk with you. Well, meet with you. There's two twos. There's a two at the end of the beginning. There's two at the start of the ending. I'd very much like to talk with you. I will follow this letter with a phone call. I will follow this letter with a phone call. I can arrange a time to meet with you. Outside line down. And the last one, my outgoing personality makes me a strong candidate. Candidate. We don't really say candidate. Candidate. Strong candidate. Right, I was expecting LSC to be here by now. Let me check. Yeah, I'm sorry, keep you waiting. Guitarists on the way. I'll hand you over to my colleague, sit down. She's in whilst you do an evaluation. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. I love you. Be nice to see you.
là scan mất theo bà để số họ suppose no comment hello suppose no comment nhưng comment là performance and teaching của phụ huynh ok sẽ tăng cho là wifi environment là parking lot ấy anh dùng miền evaluation stage và ta lại dùng là để là performance and teaching của bạn ok nói trong khói để tăng cho mình là study như này khác khéo trong rồi chúng ta study from anh làm mau cho phụ subject English được đảm bảo thế bây giờ đã tăng cho mình là participation and attendance là sao ta ông lấy những participation and attendance về tập tụ tầm ngồi cho họ đem lại mỗi ban ra phần nét thế nhé cho một bông khi anh căn đem lại vì pi la tới từ bông gặp trên tin đầm đó hay bông ọt do hạt thò tháng nhưng scan ăn khi nhung còn nào là lại còn đem một nãy ở do hạt thò lên tế cho là có rất thì con bên là flat có thời responsible là thân đần con ấy trên con ấy nè chia bên là bên ban cha là thân đần đó tôi thì tham một thẻ bên scan nào ok trong là có tên dịch vụ của nào tế mình nên hạ lần trong là do thời gian này qua đấy hay muốn tin được không hát ở đây trong đàn là tìm cân của này get out have nhà không cần thì mua một cái khéo đẹp tên là ông mới hay là tivi mong rằng anh quan của bọn lương nhà ra điểm nhiều ok nhận qua là anh trên ba nữa cái số nó chuẩn bị là cầm chơi Thank you.